Welcome to duel number 1, guys. It's just a short little 16-lapper here. We're gonna get things settled here. This duel does not mean anything. These are the guys inside the top 20 in point standings. They're locked into this Indianapolis 400 here. The Yamp cars, Louvier and Sanford was the fastest in practice, so they have the front row. Green flag is out. Already we got a crash involving with Jordan Fisher, our points leader, and Jordan Davis. Louvier brought us under the caution flag here, but a wreck already on the start. Wow, here it is right here. You're gonna see right here, they're 3 wide here. Trying to get a good view. Oh, Michael White just ran Fisher out of room, and there they went. Michael White had a piece of it. Nick Perkles on the outside. Like we said, he returned back for Homestead there, but he's also still inside the top 20, even missing Talladega. Jordan Davis, another driver just like Perkles, missed the 500, missed one race, and he's inside the top 20 in points. But this is going to be a big hit to them. Good thing they are locked into the Indianapolis 400 by points. Back in our way of racing once again. One of the Yamp cars is going to lose the lead to another Yamp car of Louvier. Gets passed by Charles Sanford, and Sanford goes by with the lead. But not for long now, just down the straightaway here. Eric Burton down the inside is going to take the lead here. Oh boy, they're running really close together here. And Sky Commons, number 9, looks like he's going to take the lead here. Oh boy, close racing in behind there. Here comes Nick Mace down the inside here in his Lowe's Chevrolet. He's going to take the lead here. And right here on the inside, Richard Johnson followed him in right behind him there. Richard Johnson up to second place. It's been a long time since we've seen Johnson real competitive here. Up here behind Mace, but Mace now the new leader. We nearly would have an incident right here with Andreas Allen and Luke Martin. Martin turned Allen down the racetrack, but he was, oh boy, but there's Martin again. They're going to hit the wall. Martin up against into Perkles. And there goes actually Mace and Jordan Davis again. And Martin is spinning in the infield, and so is Mace. Jordan Davis is done for now. But racing back to the start-finish line, Johnson or Mace. It looks like it might be Nick Mace. Oh no, Richard Johnson by barely holds on to the lead there. Here's a replay of it here. Andreas Allen got turned back up the track. There was Luke Martin there. And they're going to come right here, and there's Perkles. He had no room there. And then there was Martin turned around right there, and there was the 2 Mace cars that just got collected there as well. Well, getting back in our way of racing again, Richard Johnson, who has been very lackluster all season. He's down 21st in point standings coming in this race. Top 20 in points was locked in coming in this race, but Noah Hart was inside the top 20, and he was not racing in this race, so that moved the guy from 21st in points up, locked into this race, so that meant Richard Johnson was locked in, and Richard Johnson leads right now. Although Charles Sanford is all over his back bumper there, Richard Johnson, he's won here in the past here at Indianapolis there. Here he comes, 3 laps to go. Charles Sanford's Yamp Motorsports UPS4 down the inside to try and take the lead. And he will take the lead from Johnson off turns number 1. Oh boy, Perkles in the back nearly got turned by Fisher. But up front, Sanford's pulling away. Richard Johnson has not been able to close the gap in on Sanford. With a lap and a half to go, Jake Bassinger is left with no other choice but to try and get low of Richard Johnson to try and get by him here to run down Sanford. But Johnson's got a steady car to hold his ground there. Maybe Richard Johnson can make a move here on Sanford. It's been a while since he's really drove hard to try and get this one here, but he's right here now. Richard Johnson, a past Indianapolis winner. Looking low here. He's a Season 5 Indianapolis winner here. He's all over the back bumper here. Richard Johnson's Pontiac down the inside with 1 lap to go. Underneath of Sanford here. Richard Johnson to the point here. He's going to have to make it wide into 3 here. DJ Curtis, Talladega winner here. Here he comes the inside. Charles Sanford drives it in deep on Johnson. And a caution flag is up behind him. DJ Curtis looking to try and get underneath of Sanford here off turns 4. Sanford takes the lead from Johnson back once again. and he's going to hold off here. Charles Sanford's Yamp Motorsports Ford is going to take the checkered flag here, and Charles Sanford is going to start on the pole for the night's, or not tonight's race, but for this weekend's race here for the Indianapolis 400. Winning here today means he will start first in the Indianapolis 400. DJ Curtis will start third. Richard Johnson will start fifth. And then Sky Collins 7th. Jake Bassinger 9th. The guys in duel number 2 will line up on the outside of the rows there. But Charles Sanford looks like he was going to lose it to Richard Johnson there right on the last lap. But Sanford got him back there. I thought we had a caution, but apparently we did not. But we did have a wreck at the end of the race here. Taking the checkered flag here. James Sorfox was not clear low, and his teammate there, Chris Louvier, ended up turning him around there. And not Jordan Newman, but Nick Perkles did an amazing job there to get by yet another incident there. Ashley May's second incident there she was involved in. But James Sorfox right there was involved in that one there. And, well, I'm not quite sure where he will start, but he will probably be starting like 27th or something like that. Getting ready to dive into pit road, the pace car goes. Some surprising faces waiting to see this late in the season that are outside the top 20 in points. Vince Allen, Matt DeLeo, Jeffrey Lynn, Cody Lamas, the front four. The green flag is out. Coming to complete lap number 1 of the race, we are really surprised that Vince Allen is outside the top 20 in points. He's had a fast car this entire season, but he's just not had the luck he's needed to try and be championship worthy that the team is worthy here. Sean Perkins has struggled a lot in this same race car here, but he is on suspension from his comments after Talladega and was suspended from Homestead, and he is suspended from this race weekend as well. So Lynn is making his last start for Horizon Group here, trying to go out with a bang here and win for this team here. They have not won this season just yet. This is the final transfer spot to get in. The 4 has it. Now the Aaron Taylor is outside of it, but here we go. It's constantly changing here. Rick Schultz just got bumped out of it there. He's got to pass one more car to get in it here. Rick Schultz is on the outside looking in. Alan Cavanaro has the final transfer spot, finishing inside the top 20 in this race. Guarantees you a starting position in the Indianapolis 400. If you finish outside the if you finish outside the top 20 this race, you will have to, no matter what, go into the last chance qualifier and have to finish in the top 2 then. But Rick Schultz, here he comes to the inside of Alan Cavanaro. Schultz back into the transfer spot, and Cavanaro now out. But up front, Cody Lamas and Matt DeLeo have taken out the race lead. They are pulling the gap now. CBM first and second. DJ Curtis nearly won the duel number 1 qualifier, and CBM is looking to try and go 1-2 in this qualifier. Zeb Stark as we call him here, driving the Dairy Queen Toyota. That car right there was supposed to be locked in coming in this race. Noah Hart, 6th, 17th in the point standings here coming in this race. But Noah Hart is not going to race this race weekend here. He is currently trying to recover after injuries sustaining in an ARCSOA Elite Series race. So he wanted his best friend Zeb Stark to try and race here and get some experience here, as FDR has wanted Zeb Stark to be a 3rd driver for that team there. Well, Zeb is doing pretty good. This is his 3rd attempt here of the season here. He started in Daytona, and he started last weekend in the same 47 car. And he's having success here as he's running down Matt DeLeo here. Matthew Rodriguez, another driver doing really well here inside the top 5. This Athanon Team Motorsports team is not expected to do very well, and Matthew Rodriguez is doing a fantastic job for this team here, running right here in 5th. that they just really wanted Matthew to do as good as he could to try and qualify it into the field, and Matthew is doing a good job here today. But right behind him there, I was fixing to cut away there, but Bradley Bishop Jr., I really almost got that confused there. Bradley Bishop Jr., a rookie here, the 21 car, raced down in Daytona for PJ Williams. PJ Williams had a top 5 finish in the Daytona 500 with this car, but this car and team has not raced for any other races this season, and Bradley Bishop Jr. doing a good job here. Oh, wrecking behind there, Vince Allen is around there, Charlie Smith, Aaron Taylor. Oh, and this, one of the Sums cars there is involved. There's the 74 of Max Newruth there. Oh, and more guys getting involved there. There's Ray Boyles there. Rick Schultz there, he's involved in it as well. Vince Allen just cannot catch a break. Got clipped in the back bumper right there by Dylan Young. Around he went, up into Malik Nevins, who's going to have some troubles getting in now. There's Charlie Smith. He was also a one-time racer. He raced in Daytona. Rick Schultz went around. Emma White got jacked up there. Basilio Gomez, he raced at Las Vegas. And, man, Devin Becker was involved in it as well. Jay Barker right there, he was involved in it as well. Mason Powers, Skylar Dixon there. Cody Lamas led him back to the start-finish line there. But man, Vince Allen's only chance now to make this race for the Indianapolis 400 is that last chance qualifier there. And I can't believe Vince Allen is not going to race his way in this duel. Charlie Smith, he had a top 10 finish actually for Raven West Motorsports down in Daytona. That was his only time in this race car. Aaron Taylor and Rick Schultz, good drivers and good race teams, are going to end up dropping out of this duel and will not race their way in and will have to go to the last chance qualifier. Getting back on our way of racing again though, we are going to have only 5 laps to go to decide this race. Cody Lamas and Matt DeLeo. CBM's got a good team right here. Looks like Zeb Stark spun the tires there. Trent Togger, who also gets FBR engines for Toyota. He's right there behind Zeb, Matthew Rodriguez, and Bradley Bishop Jr. to the inside. There's Henry Kavanaugh, Dylan Young, Alan Cavanaro, Stephen Paul the third, Dom Caps, Malik Nevins. Keep an eye on him. He's got damage right here. He's trying to qualify his way in. And on the inside there, Amanda Lease. Teammates right there with Alan Cavanaro there. He's trying to qualify his way into this field. Or actually, that might be a girl, actually. I'm not sure. Ryan Acosta, Charles Jackson. There's right there, Road Atlanta winner Zachary Fitzwater there, and then there's Steven Jenkins there. We're gonna have to find out where the 20th place driver is. Okay, here is the battle for the 20th place spot. John Johnson and Jeffrey Lynn are battling for that 20th place spot. Jeffrey Lynn has damage. John Johnson doesn't have damage, but he is a slow car. And that pretty much puts Jeffrey Lynn back in the ranks with these slow cars here. But, oh, John Johnson got loose there, and Jeffrey Lynn holds on to the 20th spot there, but James Shelley wants it here. But up front here, it's Cody Lamas here, but Matthew Rodriguez is trying all over Zeb Stark. They end up getting past Matt DeLeo there, and Zeb Stark's now up to second. And right behind him there, Matthew Rodriguez, and Matt DeLeo is trying to get back by for second once more. The battle for second continues here with 2 laps to go here. Matthew Rodriguez goes by Zeb Stark, but here comes Matt DeLeo there with Dylan Young and Trent Togger. Nice racing for second, but it looks like Cody Lamas is going to start second in the Indianapolis 400 here. But right here, James Shelley is 20th right now, and he looks like he's going to be in. His teammate right there, Sean Harple, is in 18th, so the Sums cars look good to make the field. But Brandon Lightning and John Johnson are 21st and 22nd. They're trying all they can to get up there, but Jeffrey Lynn looks like he's going to fail to qualify for the round of Indianapolis here. But James Shelley, with the white flag in the hand, has the last transfer spot. Down the back straightaway for the final time. CBM had a fast car with DJ Curtis in duel number 1. Curtis, I think, came up in either second or third there to Charles Sanford and Richard Johnson. CBM has a very fast package here at Indianapolis here. Cody Lamas has struggled this season, but he's going to get a win in the qualifier right here. CBM 1-2 at the finish here. Cody Lamas and Matt DeLeo first and second. But James Shelley did get back by Malik Nevins there. I told you to keep an eye out on Malik Nevins there on that restart, because he took damage under that caution, that last caution right there when he got damaged there. Malik Nevins there, he's got damage. He had been dropping off the pace there, but he will qualify into the race here. He will start 40th in the Indianapolis 400. Good story there. But man, Brandon Lightning, John Johnston, Justin Roberts, Basilio Gomez, Harrison Butt, Ezekiel Proctor, Cameron Harple, Max Newruth, Desiree Voiles. I mean, Desiree Voiles and Max Newruth had damage there, but what story it would have been if any of them drivers there would have qualified in. But man, we're going to show you the top 20 drivers that transferred in to the Indianapolis 400, and the guys below 20th in this race will be in the Last Chance Qualifier later today. Before we go, I got to show you some amazing stories here. Bradley Bishop Jr., rideless. No ride all season with hardly much experience there. Got a ride offer at the start of the season with Crayola Racing to drive the 003 car. Failed to qualify. They struggled a lot in Daytona. But Bradley Bishop Jr. comes back. He got an offer to drive for Raven West Motorsports in this one deal race right here. And Bradley Bishop Jr. is going to start, I think pretty much he's going to start maybe 14th in the Indianapolis 400. What a great story there. Matthew Rodriguez, another good story there. He just started coming back at Homestead and everything. He got a top 5 for Athenum, and I don't even know how to say their names right there, but that 55 team right there. And we're going to go down the list here. Alan Cavanaro, like we said, he's that's a full-time team with ARC Racing, but you got to give him credit. Nearly a top 10 finish right there for their organization there, and that was a good run by them. His teammate there, Emilien Delise, that is like the backup car for the 66 car. Emilien Delise is going to be starting in the Indianapolis 400. She did it. Wow, and I am actually really impressed that Emilien Delise really got in this field. Did not expect Emilien Delise. She's one of them slow guys that we did not expect to really qualify their way in. Emilien Delise will be starting in the Indianapolis 400. 13th finish there will do it there. And Chase Cravey for MSRP Motorsports. Basilio Gomez got into Las Vegas because the 55 team and the 555 team withdrew from the race there at Las Vegas. So it meant 41 drivers were only going to start Las Vegas. So last minute change right there. Basilio Gomez for the 90 team there started Las Vegas there. But Chase Cravey, that team right there, we did not expect that team right there to qualify. Chase Cravey, he started a full-time season in season 14. He's going to be racing in Indianapolis, guys. 17th place finish will do it there. The 06, the 66, the 21, and man, that 91 for sure is some great stories that made this race here. But we still got a Last Chance Qualifier in play here. Right there, Rick Schultz in the 4-car for Monster Energy Racing. Vince Allen for Mace Enterprises. Remember at Daytona, guys, Mace Enterprises, Jordan Davis failed to qualify at Daytona for Mace Enterprises. Could another Mace car miss this race here? Aaron Taylor for Corweiser Racing has to race his way in. Charlie Smith, who also ended up getting that top 10 finish for Raven West Motorsports for the one race deal at Daytona, is back. They also have to race their way in. Emma White, also Allen Family Racing car, she is also going to have to race her way in. And Jeffrey Lynn, he's going to be back and trying to get in. These are some fast teams that are trying to get back in, so I don't think any underfunded team has a really good shot at upsetting and getting in the Last Chance Qualifier, but we will see here soon. Overlooking this incident that brought out the last caution, that is probably going to cost a lot of people's chances at actually making this race here. Dylan Young did drive it in pretty hard there on Vance Allen. Allen kind of hold his ground there. And Young, you can say that Allen could have got off of him, but he could have said that Young could have got off the gas there. But this move right there that Young did almost cost Malik Nevins a chance at qualifying in the round there. But it did cost a lot of people's chances at qualifying in this race there. So, Dylan Young, by the SCS officials, is going to be starting with a 20 grid starting position penalty due to his actions there. He will get a 20 grid starting position penalty for his actions to what he did to cost other drivers' chances at qualifying into this race right there. So Dylan Young will not be guaranteed. He finished third today, but he will end up getting penalized, and wherever he starts right there, I think he's going to be starting 6th. He would have been starting 6th with that right there, but the SCS is going to penalize him, and he will start 26th in not the Daytona, but the Indianapolis 400 for this race weekend.